We are here.
Oh, we're queer. Get used to it.
What the fuck? The fuck?
Starting out strong.
That's how we're starting? Okay, I see. I see.
So that whole little shtick that I just did then was from The Simpsons. It was like one of the first like gay episodes, I guess. I don't know. It was talking about them being there and all that good stuff. You know? Hello.
I'll take your fucking word for it.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
Well, yeah, that's all we can really do at the end of the day, mate. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. You wanna do the intro this time?
Uh, yeah. I don't know what to say.
Whatever you want. Who cares?
Well, welcome everyone to episode 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Nice.
To a bit of content. We're out here fucking grinding. Well, I suppose this would be technically the official second episode.
Yeah.
But unofficially, we've been shooting this shit for 4, I would say. So,
Yeah,
we're out here grinding.
I'm gonna hit everyone with one of these real quick too.
What is it?
I don't think you heard it, but the stream would have heard it. I just cracked open my can of.
Oh. God, they have to sponsor us now, right? Hold on. Let me get the VN camera.
Yep. Done.
Nice. Someone screen grab that. We'll put it on the internet.
We'll put it on the internet and we'll ask them very kindly.
We'll go, please, God, please.
We have 3 YouTube subscribers, maybe 4.
I haven't even subscribed. Fuck, I should jump on that. Let's quickly do that before we even go into it.
Are you going to adjust your? The only thing I've adjusted is I've turned TTS off. Whenever we do the podcast, I'm going to turn TTS off just so it doesn't.
It's actually a good idea. There's another. Jesus Christ! That was so loud. Best make it 5 subscribers. Hell yeah.
Shit! What are we at on Insta?
Insta, I think we have.
I'm having a look. 11 followers, team.
Baby. Did you see our first post got a spam comment?
Yeah.
DM us on music_town_records. Stop it, you're gonna make us come. Fuck. You know, sometimes we do be funny. We do be funny. Megan is that Megan?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't say her full Insta just in case. We'll shoot her a follow. Go on.
Oh shit. What's the @ it should just be, what is the IG?
The @ is just, it's bit of content, but no spaces or anything like that.
No spaces, no apostrophe, just bit of content.
BITACONTENT. With Dynamite. T and T. Scott, welcome. Good to have you,
Best
mate.
bit of content is the best bit of content on all of Twitch. I would have to agree.
Yeah, we try. I would say so as well. Hey, how's your week been? How's the last 2 weeks been for you? We'll do another. Oh, look at that! Another follower. Better make that 12, baby.
Fuck, look out!
Make that 12.
Last 2 weeks have been all good.
Cool.
Work. Been streaming Resident Evil as always, as has been the case for the last few months. Fuck, I hated Resident Evil 5.
Yeah.
Fuck, that game sucked.
Well, I haven't played any of them outside of 7 and 8. So that's a lie. I played 6 with a friend when it first came out.
Yeah.
But it just seems very like it didn't age well. You know how like some games you can go back and play and you're like, yeah, this like Resident Evil 4.
Mm.
Like that's a game that I think aged really well. People who enjoy it. Hello. Okay, what one?
What happened?
I wonder if I rent around the house and literally looked.
Okay, all right. Give me 1 sec.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah, I must have picked it up off the chair.
Thank you.
That's all good.
I don't...
That's all good. I've stolen clothing.
Good
And,
God. Stop stealing.
And I needed to return said clothing, but I actually didn't. I just picked up the pile of clothing that I needed to put away.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. I know
So
that.
it's automatically my fault.
Yeah, of course it
As
is.
per normal though. Usually it's my
know
fault.
exactly what you're talking about, and I can agree with that last bit as well. But we don't talk about that part.
No, we just run with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
RE6 looks bad but fun. Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. So RE5 was just like, I didn't have fun with it. It was boring. The fact that there was a boss fight that was just bugged kind of tipped it over the edge. RE6 is not great, but it's definitely more fun. The last couple hours of Leon's campaign were just so bad. I feel like the writing just plummeted towards the end. But overall, I might do one more campaign from RE6, and then I'm thinking I'm going to move on to Outlast.
Oh, take a break from it for a sec.
Yeah, and then come back to number 7. Because I want to play number 8 when the update comes out in October, where it's where they add the third-person mode and stuff.
Yep. So you could probably start 7 in September and finish it by the end of that. Yeah, nice. I want to over October I want to do only spooky scary skeleton games. But you know, we'll see. We'll see what it is. I've picked up or will be picking up the Dead Space games because I only played one. I think. So I'd be keen to, like you mentioned, play 3. At some point we could do that on
the month
the
of
actual
scares
channel. Yeah, something along those lines. That'd be kind of epic. Not gonna lie. Cool.
But nice. That's what I've been up to. What about you? For anyone not in the know.
Work. Mostly work. This week was a hectic one, which is why I didn't decide not to stream yesterday. Also, we went and got a couple of drinks, so you know, a bit like that. But yeah, the last couple of weeks have been pretty busy. But I've been enjoying Dark Souls 2. I get it. I'm not very good at it, but it is. I am enjoying 2 more than I expected.
Yeah.
Considering how different it is to the other games. Max's month of Morbius, Jesus.
Yes.
Well, I don't know what I would even do. Do I just play vampire games?
No, you sit there and you have to watch the movie every day.
I'm not going to do that.
Are there even any Morbius games? I'm sure he's in... He must be in, like,
he's in
Street Fighter vs. Capcom or something. Or Marvel vs. Capcom, I should say.
I think he's also in the Spider-Man 2 PS2 game. Or maybe Spider-Man 3. I just recall there being, like, multiple... You go through multiple bad guys and everything like that. But he's a staple Spider-Man villain, so he kind of has to be in them.
I remember him from, like, the cartoon when I was a kid. Like, I remember him from that. But now he's Jared Leto. Yeah.
And sucks ass, and I hate him, and I saw Jared Leto
somehow,
in real life.
We somehow always managed to talk about Jared Leto.
Hey, it's Scott. Bring out fucking Morbius again.
Fuck's sake.
As per usual.
Now we're going to start talking about Tom Cruise as well, and then it's just a fucking never-ending cycle.
He's in the Deadpool game. That's correct.
I never played the Deadpool game.
and you probably never will. It doesn't exist outside of hard copies. I think they did like
Was that the one on like PS3, 360?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, been playing Dark Souls 2 on stream. I've been enjoying it. I will say, if it weren't for the holding that I was getting, we'd still be in the first area. Uh, just tackling that.
No, you would have eventually got to the point where like every enemy despawned.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's actually a good point. And unless someone had specifically told me about the ballista for the first boss, just wouldn't have done it.
I'm sure you would have stumbled upon it accidentally.
I reckon I would have been like running around and all that sort of stuff, and I would have seen like him destroy it and be like, I wonder if I can use that. And that would have been the bloody clock ticking in my brain. What about what have you been playing outside of stream? I know that we don't always have time for shit.
Yeah, like, because it's like yesterday when I was talking to Gage, and he was like, because Gage plays Destiny and a bit, and I haven't played Destiny properly for a while, and he was like asking me what I've been playing, and I was like sitting there like, not much, like outside of what I play when I stream, I haven't really been playing anything. I think we talked about it last time. Like, I tried to play Horizon, because I stopped playing that when Elden Ring came out, and then I tried to play Horizon a couple weeks ago. I was playing for like half an hour, and I was just like, "Fuck."
Yeah,
Elden Ring has made this game like insignificant. I don't care about this game anymore.
Yeah, I reckon that's why a lot of games have been delayed. Because they knew that what they were waiting for was sales, I think, to be like announced, and then they were like, okay, cool, we're gonna delay God of War, we're gonna delay Breath of the Wild 2, we're gonna delay a bunch of the other games that were going to probably compete for Game of the Year, but I just don't think there is anything that can be put out that will beat Elden Ring right now. Outside of those games, and even then, why would they go up against something there's like a very likely chance they're gonna lose to,
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean. I just I've been playing just like whenever I get the opportunity, I'll just play Stardew Valley, because it's just so pick up, put down, like really easy to just pick up, put down. But I also, because you know how I picked up Devil May Cry 5? Yeah, I've been playing that a bit, or like just before kind of we started up the call, I was playing it, and it's fun, but I haven't played a Devil May Cry game since the remake that they did, where they made Dante a fucking piece of shit.
I never played that. I played like the demo for that one, and then never gave
it's
it up.
I mean, like it is exactly what you expect it to be, in a sense that it is just it's a hack and slash devil, combo builder game basically. But it's been nice playing a game that is just smashing buttons and not like collecting yourself, being aware that like if I swing one more time, I can't roll. You know what I mean? Like, so that's been nice. Just not focusing on anything too much. Anything you're looking forward to? I know Stray comes out soon, right?
I think it does. I'm not like counting down the days or anything for that game. I'll probably give it a go, but I was hoping with the Steam sale that Ghostwire Tokyo would be cheaper, because I do want to play that game, but I don't want to spend, because I think it's half price, so it's like $70 or something, $60.
Like AAA prices for.
I'll probably wait till that's like $30 or something before I jump at it, because I do want to play that game, and I've heard it's meh, as well. Like
Yeah,
I've heard
yeah.
pretty mixed reviews for that game, so
I
I
heard
don't
it
want to.
looks great
It looks, yeah.
and all that sort of stuff, but I think the biggest issue was it was so like samey. Like after a
Mm,
certain point, you're just doing the same thing over and over again, which is essentially what every single game is, right? But you just got to be a little bit more creative about it. You can't just make it look nice and that be the end of it.
yeah.
But yeah, I speaking of the sale, I don't. I think maybe we've talked about this before, but it's kind of lame at the moment, right?
I think we
Like,
have talked about it, and I think we sort of agreed that the reason it's lame is because there's not a whole lot of like great games that have come out
yeah,
over the last few years.
yeah. Like I think I've picked up like 2 or 3 games.
I've
No, two
um,
games. One was $3, and it's just a Metroidvania game that I'm playing in my spare time, and the other is a was Dead is going to be Dead Space, the Dead Space
mm,
game. So I mean, like nothing else really called out to me. I was just like,
yeah, like I've bought. I'm just having a look at Steam. 7 games. I bought Resident Evil 7.
yeah,
I was gonna play that on Game Pass, but it's not on Game Pass anymore. So it was on sale with the summer sale, so I bought it. I bought Jedi Fallen Order because maybe we'll play that on stream at some point. I bought Titanfall 2 because I fucking love the campaign of that game. I played it on
yeah,
console, but I want to play it again. And
yeah,
I bought Outlast 2 because I've got that on PlayStation as well, but I figured if I'm going to stream them, I may as well get it on PC, and
yeah,
I'd rather play it on PC anyway.
yeah.
I bought Pony Island.
Ad-
Um,
Honey Island Adventure.
it's just called Pony Island, and it's made by, I think it's made by the people who made Doki Doki,
That looks horrifying. I'm gonna put it in my thing.
and I think I might
In my
play that
pocket.
on stream as well.
Yeah,
I bought Alien Isolation because I want to also play that on stream,
yeah, yeah.
and then I bought Dead Space 3 just in case
Nice.
you get it and we end up playing that on stream.
All
So
right. Well,
there's a trend where like majority of the games I've bought are stuff that I want to play on stream, not
yeah,
particularly stuff that I want to play in my own time.
yeah. I think Dead Space. I'm just gonna fucking put them in my pocket before I forget. Uh,
One thing I do like about Steam, and some places don't do it. What I like about Steam is when they do like bundles
yeah,
and they sell stuff as a bundle with a discount. If
yeah.
you own some of that stuff, you still get a discount for
Yes,
buying that last thing.
the
Like
game
I
already. Yeah,
have Dead Space 1 and 2, but I bought the bundle because it was cheaper than just buying Dead Space 3.
yeah. There is. Yeah, that bundle was $26. I'm just gonna fucking put
Well,
that in.
actually, because there's like
'Cause-
DLC for Dead Space 3. I didn't buy that. I
Yeah,
just bought normal.
it's Dead Space Awaken.
Yeah.
Dead
And that
Space
was
3
like
Awaken or
the
something.
same price as Dead Space 3.
Yeah. I mean, like the thing is like the sale goes till the 7th, and there are a
Mm.
couple of things that they could potentially uh, drop within that time. What are the 3 games right now on your uh, main page?
Like if I go to the store,
Yeah.
Raft,
Mm-hmm.
Monster Hunter Rise, and Dying Light 2.
Interesting. I have Raft, so maybe that's like what they're trying to push at the moment. Uh, a game called Core Keeper, which I think is kind of like a top-down kind of dungeon crawly game where you can build and shit like that. And then Wrestling for Rain 2.
Hmm.
So those are definitely those 2 games outside of Raft are definitely kind of up my alley as well. So
Yeah.
it makes sense. I
I'm
was wondering what was kind of pushed towards you.
It's interesting it's suggesting Monster Hunter because I don't really play any games like that. Maybe
Yeah.
because it's Capcom and I've been playing a lot of Resident Evil.
Oh, 100%. Either that or it's because you pick up a few AAA games, right?
Every
On
now and
occasion?
then, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So
Raft has been on my wish list for years. I don't know if I'll get it, but
yeah,
it's one of those
now's the
games where
time
I'm
to,
like,
right?
yeah, it's been a game where I'm like, that looks kind of fun. That might be fun with some other people, but I've just never jumped into it.
What was I didn't even realize that E3 even.
It wasn't really E3. That's just what everyone calls it because it makes sense. It was like the Summer Games Fest or whatever,
Yeah.
where there was like a couple weeks of just announcements and shit.
Let's have a look and see if anything fun has popped up. Oh no. Oh wait, yeah. June 9th. Bring up this. I don't want to see a white man talking to me.
That's Jeff Keighley. Don't you fucking respect his name.
I don't want it. I don't even know what that dude does. Who is he?
He's done a lot of stuff. Do you remember a website called Game Trailers?
Is he the is that the honest game trailers thing that you
No. Well, there was this like back in the day. Oh, we've got a big goose. Talking about games, what's the predictions for the All Blacks game?
fucking if the All Blacks lose, I'll bloody eat my hat. I tell you what.
Oh, you've heard it here first. Fucking clip that. If the All Blacks lose, Marcus is going to eat the beanie on his head right now.
I'll boil it down to a fine paste and swallow it in front of everyone. That's a lie. I'm not going to do that.
I'm not big into rugby, so I wouldn't give you like a score or anything like that. But haven't Ireland been doing pretty well?
They've been doing really well. So it'll actually be a tough game, I would say. But I think the All Blacks will have it because it's home, right? They're playing in New Zealand.
I saw something on the news this morning. I can't remember. Let's have a look online.
ABs. Ireland. First thing that shows up is a TAB shouts out Dad for that one. Yeah, it's in Dunedin.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh wait, sorry. Auckland's Eden Park, and then the second is in Dunedin.
Oh yes. I see.
So it's a home game, so we're likely to beat them.
And isn't there like a halftime show where Drax Project are performing or something?
Probably. I don't know, man. I don't listen to New Zealand music, if I'm being completely honest.
An educated man.
I listen to Benny. Higgs Benny. I listen to.
I'm sorry, Benny is New Zealand.
Is that not who I'm talking about? Are we talking about the same person?
What? How do you spell Benny?
Benee.
Yeah.
She's from New Zealand, right?
She's from New Zealand.
Okay, cool. I'm not going fucking insane. Or am I? Yeah, I don't really listen. To be honest, I know this is fucking a classic thing for a male to say, but I don't listen to music like on a regular basis. You know, like I'm very much when I'm on the bus nowadays, at least, it's just bang into. All Blacks haven't lost in Eden Park in 28 years. Yeah, and they haven't lost to Ireland in New Zealand before, or has that happened recently?
Oh, I feel like that happened recently.
Yeah. Could you imagine? What a world. 28 years and they beat us twice in New Zealand. But yeah, I mainly just listen to.
Yeah, you only listen to J-pop and lo-fi anime.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, and the Sound of Silence. Not the hello darkness.
Literally just.
But
It's just a song of this guy going shh.
Yeah.
Shh.
It's like, and in the background you just hear someone going, and you just hear shh, and, or just the classic like flipping over a page.
It's like, have you watched much of the new season of Umbrella Academy?
fully finished it, mate. So we can jump in on that one.
I've only watched the first 3 episodes, but how there's I won't say names or anything, but there's the guy who's like listening to the tapes, and then he's on the bed and he starts eating a sandwich, and he puts the fucking thing on and listens to his stomach. No, like he listens to his own stomach, like digesting the sandwich that he's eating, and he just lies down like, this is fucking bliss.
It's that dude. It's interesting what happens with him, but I thought it was so funny that he's like sitting on the bus and you just hear like children screaming. And he just puts on
no.
He just opens his suitcase and puts bees on. There's the sound of bees. I honestly thought that he had like a power, because you find out who he is a little bit later on.
Yeah, I found out who he is. That was the last thing I watched, and then.
Okay, yeah. I thought he was just some random dude, and
So did I.
And his power was like what he was hearing he could like create, and he was just going to create bees in the bus.
In the bus and kill everyone.
I thought that would have been epic if he did that, but you know, whatever.
No, like I've never. Like I've watched Umbrella Academy, but it's always been a show that like I don't pay 100% attention to.
Yeah.
Like when they said who he is, I was sitting there like, am I supposed to know who that is? And then I Googled who he was, and I'm like, oh, that's right, he's this person.
It's also rough for them because it's like they had to like halt a lot of their
not the bees.
They had to halt a lot of their like filming for it because of COVID and everything like that. So I reckon they probably were meant to have dropped it like within the year, like within a year of the season 6. Oh, what the fuck? This is season 2. But they just ran out of time.
I wish. Did they have like a previously thing? They did, right? But I wish it was like longer and it went through more stuff, because
it was like a 5-minute kind of actual recap.
Yeah, because it's been 2 years or whatever since the last season came out. Like people are gonna forget what happened unless you're watching it all the time or rewatching it. But Umbrella Academy, it's all right. That's what I'll say.
I would say it's something that you put on and you have on, and that's it. You know, like it's something that you can absorb, or you can just sit there and be like, that was fun. That was a fun thing that you guys did.
Yeah.
Yes, the Bee Master. Not the bees. Not the bees. I created a D&D character called Dr. Bees, based off of the classic internet video, Dr. Bees.
What?
And
I don't think I've ever seen Dr. Bees.
Yeah, you should definitely watch it. It's one of those. It was one of those things that came out during like the peak of animation before YouTube fucked every single animator over.
Wait, no, I have seen this. Never mind.
Dr. Bees.
Yeah, I've seen Dr. Bees.
Yeah, Harry Partridge. That's his name. I'm pretty sure it's like the same vein as like Salad Fingers. It fell into like that category of animators.
That's a fucking big thing to say.
Not in terms of like popularity or like content. I guess
Salad Fingers is fucking
S tier content
up there.
Yeah,
like top of the chain.
What's that dude's name? I forgot that dude's name.
David Firth.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. He voiced a couple of guys on Smiling Friends as
well. And like you could tell immediately.
Yeah.
What's that little dude? What was his name? Fuck, he cracked me up.
Meep?
The one he voiced? Is that him? The guy at the computer?
The wizard head?
Yeah. Oh no, is it him? No. There's a guy like at a computer or something. Oh fuck, I can't remember. I haven't watched it.
Is it the one where he goes into the wall and there's a guy at a computer and like he looks back and sees the red dude and he like covers up the screen and he's like, really not. Yeah, that's him. Man, I love that show. It's so good, and I'm so glad that Zach was able to actually create something that got put on TV. He's the yellow dude. He voices the yellow dude.
I see.
Yes. What are you saying? What are you saying, Scott? Oh, the good old days when
Wait,
YouTube
Finn
wanted
Wolfhard
to
voiced someone in that show? Fuck, speaking of Finn Wolfhard,
yes.
did you watch both episodes?
I did. I spent 3.5 hours
so did
yesterday
we.
watching both episodes. It was actually kind of funny. We watched Miss Marvel. Uh,
Oh yeah, still haven't watched that yet.
we then jumped on to The Boys because
Still haven't watched that yet.
you know. Oh no! Oh well, we can watch the last episode. We can talk about the last episode, and then I watched the 2 Stranger Things
Right.
episodes. So we can good transition, mate. Let's
Wait, is
dive
this
into
not
that
what
one.
Stranger Things?
She. I honestly, I feel like we had watched it together, but I think it was like the case where she's just like, "Oh yeah, we can watch it." Well, who is that? What's going on? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. You fall asleep instantly to everything. And that was like, she watched like half of the first episode with me. She was like, this is really long. And then I'm like, oh yeah, they're like, 2.5 hours. And then the first one's like an hour and 20 minutes or something. She's like, oh, that's crazy. Then she started asking about the hot dude with the mullet from last season. And I was like, oh no, that dude fucking blew himself up.
He's gone.
Yeah, he gone forever. And then she started asking questions, and I just was like, too many. I don't think I can answer enough of these. And then she just goes, okay, and falls asleep.
Oh shit.
But I will say, very impressed.
We can talk spoilers. If you haven't seen part 2, or what is it, volume 2 of season 4?
4, because 5 is the last one. Yeah.
If you haven't seen the latest 2 episodes of Stranger Things that came out yesterday, pop away for a bit.
Yeah. Just chuck us.
Shrimp. That's his name. Shrimp. Yeah.
Like you can tell that it's his voice.
You know straight away that it's him. Yeah.
My shrimpina. Yes, I made it to level 156,423 of Red Quest. But yeah, sorry. Stranger Things. We're gonna talk spoilers for a quick moment. Hey, fucked up about Max.
Yeah.
I thought they would have just been like, yeah, we'll finish her off, but that.
that annoyed me, and yeah. So leading up to these last 2 episodes, I can't remember who it was, if it was Netflix or if it were the Duffer Brothers themselves, but there was a lot of talk on the internet from one of those 2 groups about like preparing yourself for a lot of like death, and like preparing yourselves like to expect major characters to die. And the whole time we were waiting, like Megan and I were waiting to see who was going to die. And they did the same thing that they've done the last couple of seasons, which is just kill off the new character.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like kill off the new person who is the one that everyone fucking really liked. Yeah. Like, and not have the balls to kill one of the main characters. Like, Eddie was the fucking man. Like, he was such a cool character.
In the foot with
and
that
then,
one
yeah.
He
didn't. We were like, he didn't complete his redemption arc. Like, the town still thinks he did all that shit. And like, they're always going to think that he didn't have a chance to prove himself. And then they killed it. Like, he died in potentially an unnecessary way. Like, I get he did it to stop all the bats and stuff to go through the thing, but ultimately it didn't really matter. But Max, like when they kept her alive, I was like, fuck's sake. But I'm sure there's a plot point for a reason.
I reckon she'll sap some powers or something, and they'll make her another like lower tier psychic or whatever. Or they'll make her something like something that can jump between like the upside down and her thing.
Because
Or
it's
astral
like
project or something. I don't know. It'll be something lame, but that'll be what they're tying in.
because the whole thing with Victor and what they found out was like that he needed to kill 4 people to make the 4 gates.
Yeah.
And he made a 4th gate because Max died, but then Al
Was brought back to
brought
life.
her back, but
Yeah.
the gate is still there. And when Al went into her mind, she's not there anymore.
Yeah.
So Vecna's probably got her or something. And so
Yep.
I can see season 5 or the last season being about getting Max back from Vecna and then closing the gate.
And then Will dying. 100%.
Oh,
that's
please.
That I get it. I understand he's in love with Mike. We
I
all
know, but
get
they
it.
like
But
we
it's
get
just-
it. Like, stop
Yeah.
fucking being like, do you think he's gay?
Yeah,
you
just
reckon?
say it, you cowards. But it's like I feel like they really like they focused in a little bit too much on other areas, and we really got bugger all for Finn. Oh, sorry, Mike and Will and the other dudes. And when we did have them, it was more of I felt like it was more of the comedic relief side of things, outside of like that one kind of you're the heart. You're the heart. Love conquers all. Oh, shut up.
I fucking
Just
hate.
make Elle strong, you fuckers. She doesn't need him to say I love
Just
you for her to
fucking,
be
just kiss Mike, Will. Like, just stop beating around the bush and just fucking kiss him. And then let it be weird.
ego sacrifices themselves and then everyone yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. I think everyone will be like and then Eddie will come back to life and all will be good in the world. But yeah, I really
And why are there still so many people staying in Hawkins? Like,
yeah,
there's a massive fucking
that opened up and
there's an X
city.
in the ground with like red smoke coming out of it, and people are like, they're crazy. Why is everyone leaving? Nothing's wrong here.
And Will we're driving back in to Hawkins, you like it pans up and you literally see like black smoke like floating into the air. And you're just like, are you guys fucking insane? Like when a small earthquake happens, like a massive amount of relief happens and people have to like move out. The earth didn't open up when it happened in Christchurch, right? Like the earth just shook a lot and people still had to evacuate, right?
Yeah.
Like the earth literally opened up in front of everyone and they were like, ugh, I don't have any liquid on me except for this bad boy.
I brought a bottle of water because I knew someone would need to hydrate.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I'm querying why they had to hold off a month. And I still, even though they were saying
so they could add more
filming.
instances of the fucking what's her name song, because if only could. Yeah, they needed to add more of that apparently because we got it like 3 more times in 2 episodes.
I think that was
Kate
also
Bush. That's her name.
That was part of the. So I think I've talked about the idea of like memes being part of marketing campaigns and everything like that.
Yep.
So like the family meme with good old Chronicles of Riddick being an absolute industry plant of a meme because it's not funny. It was never funny. So, you know.
But what about my family?
Yeah, and it's you definitely know that it was like an old white man being like, I don't get it. And then like the millennial who doesn't understand memes is like, oh, all you got to do is say family because everyone knows that that's his thing. Epic. So I really feel like that was the case because it also kind of all came to the forefront and the peak of like Fast 9 coming out.
Mm.
And I think the same thing applied here with the Kate Bush meme for her like song. And I think they would have gauged it based on
100%.
everyone's interaction with it. I don't think that they had to finish filming. I think they had already finished and they were waiting to see how everyone responded to a bunch of stuff that they had kind of planted into the medium of TikTok and everything like that.
I think they said like they hadn't finished like editing it and doing the special effects and stuff, but because of how big that Kate Bush song blew up, I'm sure they use that as like another point of reference to just add it a couple more times in the last 100%. Episodes.
Because like, and also like I think it makes sense that they're doing it this way, but it's straight up 100% like, we'll get an extra month out of everyone, eh? An extra month of subscriptions from Netflix.
Pay another $18 or whatever the fuck it is.
And in all honesty, that is fair enough. Like, you know, I get where they're coming from. But they also dropped Umbrella Academy, so you had something in between, I guess, for like in terms of like Netflix originals and stuff like that. What are your thoughts, theories about it?
Overall, I still think it was the best season so far of 100%. The show. And I think Megan and I were talking about it last night, about how do you think Stranger Things is going to go down in history as like one of those shows that you tell your kids to watch, or like one of those shows that you should have people watch down like years and years from now? I think it is, because there's not really any other show like Stranger Things.
Yeah. I get where you're coming from. I'm not sure how much Netflix shows will like continue to have that kind of lifespan. You know what I mean?
Actually, I didn't even think about that.
So I just want to, I would say there's probably something like
and it would also depend on if they nail the ending or not.
Yeah.
So they could pull a Game of Thrones and then no one wants to watch it.
And shit the bed really hard. Yeah, I think that could definitely be the case. Ideally they don't, but if they do, but that's why things like Breaking Bad were so great, because I don't feel like there was ever like a bad episode outside of like a handful where it focused on Skylar. You know?
Fuck, I hate her so much.
Yeah. Shouts out Hank, my main man Hank.
Let's go.
He really did him dirty. No, actually, ACAB, he's a fucking cop.
Yep.
But I think you're right. I think it'll depend on the end, whether or not it finishes like really strong.
Yeah, if it's got a strong ending, then But yeah, your point around it being a Netflix show, like, do they release any of their shows on like DVD or Blu-ray or anything like that?
That's a good question.
I don't think I've ever seen it, but I'm gonna look at it.
I would say culturally, it has made a massive impact on like pop culture and everything like that. The same way that Breaking Bad would have as well, except this was more accessible than Breaking Bad, because Breaking Bad didn't come out on a streaming platform. It came out on a TV, like a channel. So there's the difference, I guess, between that and like the Netflix stuff, I guess.
It looks like season 1 and 2 have been released on Blu-ray. Doesn't look like in New Zealand, but that's it.
Are we done with spoilers?
Yes.
Unless you have anything else you want to talk about. I think we are.
Nah, no more Stranger Things.
Cool.
But yeah, overall, I would say definitely best season. I can say that Stranger Things is one of those shows where it has gotten better with each season.
Yes. Yep.
So it's got that going for it. And
yes,
I am excited to see how they end it.
Yeah. I think there is some massive potential behind it as well. I worry that they leave it really open ended, and so that later on they can revive it. Like you know what I mean? Like
20 years later.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I liked about Breaking Bad outside of El Camino. Breaking Bad had like a definitive end, you know, like that. What happened on that last episode was it, and they could have left it at that. But I think they wanted to do El Camino just because Aaron Paul and what's his name?
It was. I'm with El Camino. I'm of like two minds. I'm like, I liked El Camino, but I also think it's not something you need to watch. Like, if your last impression of Jesse is just him stoked as fuck getting away in the car, cool. But
I think I'm just cut out.
You did, but I think you're back now.
Okay, cool, awesome. Yeah, I'll be honest, I haven't watched El Camino for that exact reason. Like, I know apparently it is quite good, and it does wrap up everything for Jesse quite neatly.
It is pretty good, but if you're not interested in watching it, you're not really missing much.
Yeah. Hey, I bought so I went and got my eyes tested.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
They are worse.
Yep, much worse. Or
no, like
was it enough for them to be like, you need new glasses?
It was enough for them to be like, you can get some new glasses, but the next time you get your eyes tested, if you take the same amount of time that you did this time, you'll need some like new lenses. Right. But they did talk about how like usually these glasses were like used for computer reading, X, Y, and Z. And that's it. So they'd say like, oh, remove, take the glasses off when you're not needing them for anything. Now they're just like, leave them on forever. That's it. You have to have glasses now. But that was all good. I bought a new pair of glasses because these ones are chipped to shit and my other ones are kind of broken. So I'm living on the very edge with this pair kind of holding me up. And then...
Oh, did you have to like order a pair? Are they?
Yeah. Right. So they had to make it and all that good stuff. But it's all good. Kind of fun, exciting stuff. I like wearing glasses. A lot of people are like, it's so annoying, but I think I'm just so used to them that when I don't have them on, I notice that I don't have them on. But I went to Takapuna, and went to Vagabond and bought 2 Pokemon packs for the
pack
set.
opening.
And I bought 2 Bear Brick mystery boxes.
Oh shit!
So
let's go.
Let's open one of these now, and then you guys can wait a little while longer, and we'll open up another one, and we'll go from there. I have heard rumors that the place that I bought this from reopens and seals packs. So,
really?
Yeah. So we'll see. What
the fuck?
But it's all good. So the way that you play this is very simple. So bet card is the code card.
Are we giving the code away?
Yeah. Anyone want to play online? There you go. It's all yours. You're going to have to figure out those numbers or scan it. Then you take 4 from the front. Because it's a new set, you get a V-star there, and you move them to the front. You go like this, you go, oh, look. All right, hold on. V-star. We've got a Quolava.
We got a person. We got a Golduck. We got a Chatot. We got a Psyduck.
Psyduck,
Can evolve
let's
that
go.
Golduck. We got a Drifloon. We got a Sudowoodo. There is our... No, that's not. That's a Magnemite. Okay. That's like really good.
Is that?
It's a shiny. A shiny reverse, which is super interesting. And then that's the rare, the Malmoswine. Huh. We'll put that in a sleeve later.
Hell yeah.
bit of content. Fucking clapping. That's a super interesting.
Right, now do it again, but when you get to that reverse one, like, be way more excited.
Oh, okay, all right.
And then we can clip it and put it on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, I should have fucking hyped it up. God damn it. All right. Well, look, fuck it. We'll open this one again.
Oh, you're doing the
as well. Why
You're
not?
doing the other one?
Yeah.
Go on then.
They say they repack those.
I'll repack you in a minute, motherfucker.
Yeah.
High porn. Oh, I don't have the... What sound effects do I have?
Hello, motherfucker.
I've got Minecraft oof.
Oof.
I've got a Wilhelm scream.
Oh.
I've got the Roblox death. And
Oof.
bruh.
Okay, so I have a
No,
sneaky
Scott.
suspicion-
I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna refund those points back to you. I'm not doing it during the podcast.
So I'll let you know a little tidbit
I'm refunding your points
for the Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
While Vic refunds. So on the back of the cards, you get the two kind of things that have the QR codes on it. As you can see, this one here has the black outline, and this one here has the white.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, white means that you've got a rare, so a hollow, at least a hollow.
Okay.
And then black is generally just the reverse, and that's all.
Right.
So I'm gonna fall to the front. You can already tell that this is going to be just an average pack opening because it doesn't have a V-Star card, I believe as well. So
Oh yeah, energy.
electric energy. Ooh, I might have seen a little bit of foil there. Electrode, but the Hisuian one. Cool. The grass gym trainer from Sinnoh, the Temple of Sinnoh. Yanma. Hold on, I'll see if I can get a bit closer. Hood.
I thought it said Yamama.
Cricketot. Lead. Sudowoodo. Right, and this will be Combi, and then it should be.
Here we go. Here we fucking go.
This is the reverse, okay?
Oh,
Alright, we got proof.
Oh, fuck!
Okay. And now the rear.
Oh my god.
It's a full Dialga. No, it's a base VMAX Dialga.
Holy shit. Look at him.
I wish I had people doubting me.
Bro, you better sleeve that real quick.
So, just as an FYI, I'm getting all my greasy little fingies on them. I got a couple of bad boys right here for y'all. Shouts out my boys. I wish I had people doubting me, but everyone knew I was going to.
You're gonna send that off to fucking, what are they called? PSA?
Fuck no. Do you know how much it costs to send that shit?
I don't.
It's in like just a ridiculous amount. Like to send like one card, it's almost like $100. So you need to guarantee that you're sending a card that'll be worth you PSAing it. But they when Logan Paul dropped all his shit about like Pokemon cards and everything like that, it fucked the market real bad.
Why did heaps of
So
people
that-
start doing it?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So PSA stuff. PSA will basically like, we can't take any other people. We don't have the manpower for it.
There's another company though as well, right?
Yeah, PSA is like the known one, and it's been that one for a hot minute. But PSA do everything. They don't just do Pokemon. They
Right.
do like Hughes sent a couple off his basketball cards
Mm.
to get reviewed and everything like that.
YouTuber or fuck off. Yeah, like if you don't have a following, they're not gonna give a fuck about you, right?
Yeah. But Hughes sent a couple off. He's also bought a couple off them as well, because you can sell cards to them too. So he's bought a handful of them as well. He also bought a signed Kim Kardashian photo. For I don't know how much it was. It's not as much as you would think it would be. But I'm pretty sure it's also in like a case.
I was gonna say,
Like,
is it in a frame and stuff?
yeah.
Like sealed?
Yeah, like yeah.
Like
So
how
it's
big is the photo? Is it just like a little?
It'll be like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, like that size. I might be going to their place tomorrow, so I'll take a photo of it and chuck it in the Discord, so you guys can fucking screenshot it and sell it as an NFT or something.
Yeah, that's my NFT.
But yeah, the market for Pokemon cards and everything just kind of hit the fan really hard when he started being like, Google Gaga, I control the market of all first edition Charizard, blah blah blah. And he fucked over a lot of places, because of course when people see like YouTubers doing that sort of thing, they're like, I'm gonna get in on that. It's easy money. And so the people who actually play the game and do all that sort of stuff and collect, they get shafted because people will buy out stock like instantly.
Right.
But I mean, like, if I were to go let's go onto eBay right now, and I'll check those two cards that I just got. So what is it? Origin form. Dialga. B. Yeah, so that Dialga that I just pulled was is about $8 New Zealand.
Okay.
And then so that if you were to look at it in a way where like, have you made your money? I've made my money back for that pack.
Yeah.
And then Pokemon Radiant Sure. That's his name. And then that Radiant one that I pulled right now looks like it is the reverse. Hold on. Reverse holo. So it could be worth a bit more. The standard Radiant one is... Oh, interesting. Okay. The standard Radiant one is sitting between like $2 to $7. And then the reverse one that I've got right now, the highest I can see is 22. So, made a little bit of money. I'm not going to sell them. I'll like, I never like, I like collecting. I don't like selling, because one, it's fucking admin, lots of admin to get that stuff down. But it's just cool having cardboard.
Hell yeah,
Cool.
cardboard with stuff on it.
Yeah. How are you feeling about the boys? I know that you haven't watched the most recent episode. But,
No, I don't know why. I should have watched it this morning. There's so many things. What happened at the end of the last episode?
The end of the last episode was Herogasm.
Yes. Okay. So this is another, well, not as bad, but I do think maybe not even Amazon, maybe the internet. So I had heard that Herogasm was insane, and like that it was going to be a crazy episode of TV to watch. And I mean, to a degree, it was pretty crazy. Like, when
A lot
Mother's
of
Milk
shock
opened the
factor.
door and got just fucking covered in cum, like, that was brilliant. That was like, I fucking love that.
That bit where the twins are trying to figure out how to put their camera in the toilet
Yeah.
on the TV, and then they just turn it on, and then Soldier Boy walks in, and it's just
Yeah.
cock and balls and asshole. Got me. I was literally just fuck. I couldn't stop laughing. And then when Soldier Boy comes through and sees them, how he just fucking. They're like, quick, we have to. And they gotta use their power, and it just doesn't work. I'm like, fuck, man, that's so good. The next episode, the most recent episode, it does a really good job.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it after we finish it because
Yeah.
I need to get that. And Miss Marvel as well. I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, but what's his name? What the hell? The weather is telling me that there's going to be a blood moon. I think maybe there's something going wrong with my computer. You want to sacrifice a sheep today or a ram or whatever?
What? Why is your
Today's
weather
the way to
telling
do
you that?
I don't know. It just gives me it.
that
Sometimes
like-
it'll say
Do you just have
all-time
like
high.
a period app? Is that what's going on?
Yes,
Okay.
but for
For
Joe.
bleedy dicks.
yeah,
What?
yeah. Isn't it crazy? Like, could you imagine if your piss was like clear or like slightly yellow instead of red?
No.
Wouldn't that be fucking weird?
Like, red piss is so normal.
Yeah, like, and how it like razor blades feels like razor blades. You know?
Yeah, like
couldn't
it's
it-
supposed to hurt, right?
Yeah. I will. I mean, if it hurts you, then it
Yeah,
hurts
we
me, then
we
it
must
be right.
obviously we have the
Yeah.
same experience. So
With that. But Herogasm funny. What did you think of A Train and Blue Hawk? I thought that was
That was-
fucking epic.
that was cool.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
cool. That was really
I-
cool. Obviously I haven't watched the latest episode, so I don't know if he's
Yeah.
still alive or not. But
Mhm.
it was cool because that guy was a piece of shit and he deserved what he
Yeah.
got.
And the way that it happened, I was like, yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I wanted. I didn't want like a fight. I just wanted him to fucking die, and that's the end of it. Who else was there? Oh, how have we not mentioned this yet? Homelander v fucking Soldier Boy versus
And
everyone.
Butcher.
And Butcher, and technically Huey shows up in
Yeah.
a little bit.
That was
Man,
cool. It
that
was
a
cool. It was very cool seeing Homelander like scared
Mhm.
and like realizing that he was not gonna win. So he just
Yeah.
fucked off. That was cool.
Yeah. And the
Oh, Scott, you haven't watched all this shit yet. Have you caught up, Scott? Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, fingers crossed. It was cool seeing a fight scene that didn't resolve itself with people fucking shooting lasers out of their face and that being the end of it. You know, like it was cool seeing an actual fight because, like, if you were to pit up Homelander and Butcher, like Butcher knows how to fight. Like Homelander's just been like, oh, I'll just stand there and shoot.
Yeah,
lasers
he's used
or
to just being
crush
the
someone
guy.
with one hand. Yeah. So like when he's physically fighting someone, he'll lose that fight. So he just uses. That's why he uses his superpowers. Like he uses his laser because he never had to train to do that sort of thing. He could just fly and shoot lasers. A lot of people after that episode, because I'm on this Facebook group, which honestly has the most cringe memes I've ever seen in my entire life. Regardless of that, though, I'm on this Facebook page, and occasionally people will post like discussions, and a lot of people were upset that the three of them didn't make him bleed at all. Because at least if they like made like a small bit of damage.
then I would have liked to have seen something like that. Because, like that was the whole point of them taking V, right? Was to get them to be able to actually hurt him. And then they found out that Soldier Boy could do what he does. Which I did say that he's the weapon. That's the answer. And then what was it? No, actually, that goes into the next episode, so I'm not going to bring it up. But
Okay.
Yeah, all in all, real good. I am excited to see where they go. I didn't realize that was episode 8. Oh, sorry, episode 7, I should say.
Okay.
So that means that there are 2 more episodes, from my understanding.
Okay.
But that's okay, They're out here fucking grinding. Those guys put in work. I'm okay for it to take a little while longer, for the quality that they're putting out, because it's fucking good, man. It's real good. Still by far one of my favorite shows just on TV, ever. Some of my favorite pieces of media as well. Let's have a look at this comment section. Is Miss
so
Marvel...
I wholeheartedly think that Miss Marvel, again, haven't seen the latest episode. Shit may have gone all the way downhill, but I think Miss Marvel is the best Marvel TV show they've done.
I think it is as well. I would say outside of I still believe that Netflix's Daredevil.
Oh yeah, I should say the MCU TV shows.
Yeah. But you're absolutely correct. It is a real breath of fresh air for what they've been putting out. It's fun.
Yeah.
And I also, and I know this sounds weird, but I'm just glad Whitey ain't winning it for everyone. You know what I mean? I'm just glad to have a little bit of
it's
ethnicity around
the
it.
diversity is good, and it's just the fucking writing is so good. Every character says and does things that you would expect them to do.
Yeah.
Yes, are they Muslim? Yeah, they're Muslim.
They're Muslim Indian. Yeah.
Yeah. Pakistani Muslim or whatever. But
that's so in the current episode, without spoiling anything, they talk about originating in India and moving to Pakistan. So yeah.
But that's just them. It's not like they don't ham fist shit on you. It's just they're just fucking living their lives doing what they do. And she has a power and blah blah blah.
That is exactly what they should do.
Because they're just people.
Yes, it is part of her, and it does kind of explain a little bit more, because the next episode, well, the current episode, at the end of the last one,
considering the end of the last one,
yeah. So they're there, and the characters in that, even the ones that have just shown up, you're I get it. I do understand where you're coming from. I think it's very well written. I think it's aimed to it is aimed at a younger audience. I think Epsilon mentioned that in on your Discord a little while ago, but I don't think it's deterring from anything. It's not trying to be anything better. It's not trying to be anything different. It's just good writing and
out of all the MCU TV shows, this was the one where I was I don't think I'm going to watch it. I don't really care for it. I'm not a big fan of... I don't know anything about Miss Marvel, but what's her name? Captain Marvel and stuff, has never been that interesting to me. But then I sat down and watched the first episode, and I was just holy shit, this is fucking good.
Yeah. And I think, like I said, I think a breath of fresh air for a show that kind of... for them to put out things what's the fucking first one? WandaVision. That was fun. Then it shit the bed near the end, in my opinion. I got halfway through Winter Soldier and stopped watching it.
You didn't finish it?
No. Loki was trying too hard, in my opinion.
I liked Loki all the way up until the last episode.
Yes. Yeah. And Moon Knight was great for what it was.
I think. I think it was them testing the waters for bringing back the kind of Daredevil Punisher, like, can we do this like nitty gritty, like every episode there's just a big fuck off fight that you have to cope with, or will people just not like it? I also think the main actor is great in that.
And Miss
I think he
Marvel.
does it. Well, yeah, yes, her, and also what's his name in
And what?
Moonlight.
Fuck, no, I've forgotten.
I keep thinking Pedro Pascal.
Nah, he's not
But
Moonlight.
he's Mandalorian, right?
Yeah. Oh, what's his
Oscar Isaac. That's
There
it.
we go.
Yeah. I really like him. He's does a very good job.
Yeah, like
But yeah, I think Miss Marvel is definitely the most creative, and two, the most entertaining thing they've put out in a really long time.
if you haven't watched it, definitely watch Miss Marvel. I fully endorse it. It's a fantastic show.
Mm.
But the only thing, and it's always in the back of my mind with all of these MCU TV shows and even the Star Wars shows now as well, where it's like, it's not like traditional TV shows because these shows are within a cinematic universe.
Yeah.
You never really know. Like for Miss Marvel, Disney's already sort of said that Miss Marvel's gonna be in the next Captain Marvel movie or whatever, the Marvels or whatever it's called. And so because of that, you don't know is there gonna be more Miss Marvel? Is there gonna be a season 2, or is this just like an introduction to the character before the movie? It's the same for all of the shows. Like Falcon and Winter Soldier, like that is essentially just a show to show you that the Falcon is now Captain America. Like
And
the
they
One
had not done
Division
anything
show.
with it since.
No, and the One Division show is essentially to show you that now Wanda's super powerful, and then she's supposedly bad, but they kind of just
Handbone that.
it
Honestly,
was me.
the more that we talk about Doctor Strange, the more that I'm like, actually, it's super fucking annoying. They could have done some really cool shit with that, and they just chose not to, because it's not like they're bad actors, right? It's just kind of bad writing.
Yeah.
Shouts out Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi.
I don't know if he wrote it. Did he write it?
He definitely
He definitely made the movie. Yeah, that's for sure.
But the what was I going to say?
But I just before we move on, the reason I wanted to say that last bit I just talked about is because my dad, he didn't like WandaVision. I think he watched maybe a couple episodes and then stopped. Maybe not even that much. Like he wasn't interested into it. But then because Multiverse is on Disney Plus, he watched Multiverse, and he sent a message to our like family chat, and he was like, "What the fuck? Why is Wanda bad now?" And I was like, I said to him, "Oh, you needed to watch WandaVision," and he's like, "Why should I have to watch a TV show to know what's going on in a movie?"
Such a good, like, honestly, such a perfect.
And I didn't know how to respond. I was like, you know what, you're right.
Because you shouldn't have to, right? You shouldn't have to do that. You just do. We have been conditioned. We've been mind controlled by fucking Disney again to have to watch all of this stuff to understand a hour and 45 to 2 hour movie, like long movie, that like it's catering very much to the whole haha, you are our consumers and you will consume because you have to, otherwise you won't understand what's going on.
Oh, you didn't pay your $12 subscription and watch WandaVision? Well, fuck you. She's bad now. Get used to it.
Haha, spoiler alerts in case you hadn't watched it. But yeah,
What's that? Like Captain America's a black man? Yes, he is. Disney Plus. Subscribe.
Well, actually, right now, as far as everyone is concerned, Captain America is just Agent Carter. Because since Winter Soldier has come out, he has not shown up in any other things. And she has shown up in more. So she's shown up in What If.
Oh, true. And
she's showing up
Doctor
in
Strange.
Doctor Strange. He hasn't.
Mm.
You know, it's real fucking kind of weird and a little bit fucked up. They did when he became Falcon became Captain America, they changed the Captain America's Twitter handle or Twitter profile picture to him for less than a month. And then What If came out and they changed it to Agent Carter.
What is it now?
The
comic one?
It's probably still Agent Carter, I would say. Because she's been the most recent one.
Like the Doctor Strange one.
Yeah. America.
But she's not Captain America in that. She's Captain Carter. Right.
Yes.
How could she be Captain America with a British accent? Right.
So they changed it. It is the shield. So the star circles.
Okay.
But the cover photo is of my main man, this fella. Can't see it. Too bad.
It's not focusing.
Yeah, it's thing. Falcon.
Okay.
So they have gone back to it, which is good. That's good stuff. But yeah. Speaking of Marvel, Scott kind of brought it up, but new Thor comes out this week.
Yeah, I was just Googling to see when it comes out, and I can buy tickets for Wednesday. So it looks like it comes out on Wednesday.
No, that must be the early release because movies always get dropped. New movies always come out on Thursdays in the theaters. So it must be like an early release.
Okay.
Yeah. You should get them and then spoil it for everyone. Ruin it for everyone.
The movie sucks. Tiki Watiti fucking sucks.
Tiki Watiti.
Keanu Reeves shows up as fucking Neo, and he's like, "You're breathtaking," and then Thor blows up.
Thor can't breathe. It turns out that Keanu's power is just what is it? Fucking Professor X's power. Oh no, Wanda's, whatever. That fight was cool, except the only real cool one was when she made Black Bolt's head blow up. That was
just
fun.
Pop.
Yeah.
She turned she turned what's his name?
Into spaghetti.
Mr. Fantastic into spaghetti.
Yeah. Or into a puddle or something like that. Yeah, it's fucking epic. But it was Doctor Strange.
Let's move on from Doctor Strange. Like we've talked about it before. My quick review of Doctor Strange for me, it's a Sam Raimi movie. I didn't really like it. There we go.
I enjoyed some of it, but there were glaring holes in it, and that made me upset. And the end.
But Thor: Love and Thunder. Thor: Love and Thunder comes out this week. I'm sure everybody is aware of that, or I don't know when I'll see it. I will want to see it as soon as possible. Yeah, maybe next weekend as well.
I'll see it next weekend as an I'll go. But I think that'll be fun. I am worried that it's a lot of...
Spoiled the release date. Sorry, guys.
I'm worried that it's going to be too much going
Disney.
on.
Yep.
But, there could be cases to be made.
I mean,
I'm hoping that it really does just focus on Thor and maybe has a little side story about the Guardians, because
I don't think the Guardians are going to be in it much at all.
Yeah, I think they'll drop Thor off and that'll kind of be the end of them. And that'll pick up on their movie when that comes out.
Because everybody loves Chris Pratt.
Yeah, he's epic.
As a human being, everyone loves him.
He is so epic. He is handsome, therefore good.
But let's
That's
carry
how
on
it
from
works.
that too. Otherwise, we'll just every celebrity
we'll
we
go
bring
down.
up, we're just gonna fucking roast them for something
Yeah.
they've done.
But yeah, it looks fun. I reckon they are going to. My theories is if this goes well, in particular because it's a, in particular it is Korg reciting what happens. From my understanding, he's the narrator, which would make sense, given that the trailer is literally this is the story about the God of Thunder, which is the start of Boy. Now that I've said it out loud, except not God of Thunder, but I reckon they'll give him a show, Korga show in particular, and it'll kind of be I think so if it does well.
It's expensive.
Yeah, that
it's
was
a CG animate him, unless they do it like old school animation.
Oh, you know what? That could work. Yeah. I reckon it would low key be something like.
I also think Taika is probably like way too busy to do something like that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So it probably would be an animation thing, and he'll probably just do the voice lines and then be like, "Cool, I'm done. See you guys later." But I reckon they'll do something like The Office, but for their flat that they're living in. Like the new.
What's that fucking alien's name that he lives with?
Meep.
Is it Meep? I wanted to say Meep, but I wasn't sure.
I feel like Meep is the classic alien or weird thing name. Yeah. Right? Like.
My brain was like Meep, but then I was like, wait, no, Meep's from Meek with a K.
Yeah.
There we go.
But yeah, I think they'll do something similar to that. And it could just be a little fun little thing that they do. Even maybe fall into like another season of like the what ifs. Be like, what if Thor just didn't decide to come back?
What if Meek was Thor?
Yeah. But yeah, I think that could be fun. And it feels like they're leaning towards that because they're making him the narrator, giving him a little bit more like time. What if
Korg was the hammer? Fuck, imagine.
He pulls off Thor? Holy. Sign this man up for...
Yeah, Disney, where you at? Hire us.
Yeah, fucking hire us.
We got your shows.
I'll give you the first episode. Meek is playing against Noob Slayer 69 in Fortnite, and he's saying Meek, because that's his voice or whatever.
He's like Groot. Yeah, he only says his name.
Yeah, and then Korg walks in and everyone goes, woo!
Everyone goes, yeah! And then Korg looks at the camera and he goes...
and then his mouth unhinges. And everyone hears a different date all at the same time.
Yep.
And then it reattaches itself and then they continue doing what they're doing. He also sees your full name on your birth certificate. And then it just continues like nothing happens. Because Thanos did that in game as well. So I mean, it will be running a trend. And then he'll walk in and be like, "Oh,
did you just say Thanos?
Thanos?
Can we go back to that real quick? Thanos? Fuck, you're right, mate.
What's his name? Thanos?
Thanos. Fucking Damo. Fucking.
Why?
Oi, Damo! Fucking
Thanos.
Come outside for a durry, Damo. Fucking Thanos.
Oi, Thanos!
Give us a go on your fucking gauntlet, cunt.
Yeah, let me wear your glove. You
fuck. Anyway, what you say?
You get another beer, you be rolling, mate.
Get him a fucking VB, Thanos, you mad dog cunt.
Oh, you mad Titan cunt.
Yeah, you got enough fucking stones on your glove, you cunt.
Oh, you fuck. Oh, look what you've done. Someone get a fucking pail and shovel this
fucking ash everywhere, you
You've
dickhead.
fucking snapped your fingers now. Look what you've done, cunt. Fuck.
Thanus. Anyway. What? Ignoring the way that I say his name, it'll be something super similar to that, where it's very camp, but very of like that kind of genre.
I like how you've created a fucking animated show for Korg.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Like, if this doesn't happen now, I'm gonna be so fucking
if it does
disappointed.
happen, I'm suing Disney. We've got it on record right now.
I'm gonna check the viewers right now. Disney executive, one fucking bastard. He's right there.
But yeah, I think that could be fun. I don't really know what they've got going on. I'm not particularly interested in She-Hulk, but I could be. I could I will still watch the first episode, and if it's good, sick. If it's not, the only way that I think I will genuinely like fall in love with this story, with She-Hulk is if they do
If boobs.
Yeah, I mean,
Green boobs.
I will say, big muscly woman. They are up there on my list. I will say, like, there's this one.
Is home right now? Is she
Yeah,
like
she is, but
in the other
she's
room?
out there.
Like,
Yeah, but it's just like shredded, so it's all good. That's the kind
big
of...
muscly woman. You've already ticked that box.
But there's this one chick on TikTok who always shows up on my TikTok. I don't know why, and her whole shtick is that she's just like 6'2" and like shredded, and I'm like, I get
Hell
it.
yeah.
I understand.
Hell yeah.
I understand.
I see
also
why you've
remember-
done this TikTok.
I remember watching it was Royal Rumble for WWE like 2 years ago or something like that, 2 or 3 years ago. And they do like the male Royal Rumble, and now that they've got an actual roster of female wrestlers, they also have like the female side of the Royal Rumble. And there's this female wrestler known as the Man. That's her shtick, kind of like The Rock or whatever. And she comes in at the last second and it's like, yeah, you thought that you were gonna win, but it's actually gonna be me. And she comes in and just manhandles this smaller other wrestler. I can't remember her name. And I'm like, okay. I see what you're doing here.
What?
I was like, I remember saying to my mates, all of us, I think, were in kind of agreement where we were just like, this might have awoken something in us. It's like that meme where it's literally from like a corno, where it's like this huge like 6 foot something lady, picking up like a 5'2" girl, like pushing her against the wall. See if I can find it later. I don't want to Google that. Well, maybe I do want to Google that.
Maybe we should Google that.
But yeah, I mean, there are some storylines that they could do with She-Hulk. She is very...
I don't know much about She-Hulk, but is there like an explanation for why when she turns into She-Hulk, she's not fucking huge like Hulk?
A blood transfusion
instead
of like just getting hit with a stupid amount of gamma radiation. But in the now that I think about it, there's an Old Man Logan, the comics in the comics there is a
she's not as angry.
Yeah.
She's only mildly upset.
Yeah. She's like,
she's just annoyed.
Like, she's like very passive aggressive and won't tell you why she's upset.
She's like kick the edge of the couch, and she's just like, boom, and then she's like, God damn it.
And she's a lawyer as well, so like she does all that business. But in the Old Man Logan comics, there is like a tribe of like Hulks, and who like run Nevada, basically like the Nevada desert, and actual Hulk, not like smart Hulk, and her have a bunch of, because it's his cousin, have a bunch of cousin babies. So her uncle, father, and they're all in fucking insane. And they were all head cases.
bloody just terrorizing people and shit. So you know they.
So that's a storyline you're hoping to see with She-Hulk.
If they do that, I will fucking actually boil down this beanie, make it into a nice soup, and eat it on camera. But I very much doubt that will happen.
And then Wolverine shows up, and he's played by Danny DeVito.
Yes. Who would you want to cast as Wolverine?
Well,
Now,
I don't know. Like, I haven't really given it much thought. Like, I like, again, my Marvel knowledge is limited. Like, I only really know what's going on in the movies, and then, like, after a movie, I'll Google some stuff to get an understanding of what's going on or what happened in the comics at this point in time, etc., etc. I don't have, like, a huge understanding of Marvel themselves or their IPs, but I do know that Wolverine is supposed to be like a pretty short dude. And whether or not that's something Disney want to do is probably a talking point that people are having about if they make him more like the comic where he's supposed to be a shorter guy and not Hugh Jackman sized.
because Hugh Jackman's like 6'2" or something.
He's
like
a pretty big guy, yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's something they're wanting to stick with or not.
Yeah.
But there's probably a few people who could, like, do you have an idea of who you think would be a good Wolverine?
There is one main card actor that I would say would fit the role. Is the main dude in the Kingsman movies.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
I think he could do a really good job because I think he's relatively short and he's built like a brick shit house, which is essentially what thing is. The only other person that I could think of. Yeah, I think that's his name.
Yeah, I think it's Taron Egerton or something like that. Yeah.
And then the other person is Iwan. I can't remember his last name, but he was one of the big bad guys in Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones shit the bed.
Yeah, like I think a couple people from Game of Thrones might do it well. Like the guy who played John. Oh, he's in Eternal. Fuck, they're in Eternals.
No. Oh yeah, Kit Harington is like.
I was gonna say, like, I could see
Eternals,
Kit Harington do it, but he's
Mhm.
already a character in the MCU.
Yeah. Man, they really fucked over a couple of actors for that one.
Yep.
Jeez. Oh.
What's his name? The other guy from Game of Thrones who was torturing Theon. What's his name?
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
Yeah, like,
his name's
I can't remember his name. I'm trying to fucking find him, but I can't remember what his character's name in Game of Thrones was.
Iwan.
Wait, he was in Misfits.
Yes, he was. There he is. Iwan Rayon.
Yeah.
And he played Ramsay in Game of Thrones.
Yes, that's his name.
Ramsay Bolton. I think he could do a good job because he's quite stocky.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you have to go with when it comes to like a comic accurate version of Wolverine. But you also have to realize that in the comics, like if you get like a still of like Wolverine as he's like going fucking crazy because he does that, he's like super low to the ground. He's basically doing the splits like always so that he can like pounce and shit like that. But it'd be really hard to run that sort of thing in a like live action sense, because a lot of the comic and a lot of the animated versions of Wolverine are really good because they can actually animate him to look like a Wolverine, fucking scrapping people out. What about all right, here's a question. I saw someone bring it up the other day on TikTok. Who with the main like Stranger Things cast, who would you fan cast as each of those people for the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Does that make sense? Did I word that correctly?
Like, from using Stranger Things cast, who would they play in the MCU?
Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
I reckon I would put Millie as Jean.
Yeah. Yeah. Although in saying that, Max is already the person who plays Max is already a ginger, so that could
Oh yeah, true.
fit in there.
Um,
I reckon Kitty Pryde.
Yep,
Should do
that's
well
a good
with
one
Kitty.
too.
Yeah.
Finn Wolfhard, the handsome devil. What would he?
You've actually hit it on the head. I reckon he'd be a fucking fantastic Nightcrawler.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! Fuck
He would
yeah.
be such a good Nightcrawler because he's just tall,
Lanky,
very
fucking
like
weird-looking dude.
Gambit would be a good one for him
Gambit.
as well. Yeah.
I reckon the guy who plays Will.
Yeah, because he's
As long as he doesn't have a bowl
surprisingly-
cut,
Yeah,
he would suit it.
he's a surprisingly like tall and relatively stocky like.
Like
kid.
when we were watching it yesterday, me and Megan, when they were in the van, I'm not going to spoil anything, Scott, but when they were in the van, when him and Mike were talking, we were both like, fuck, he's kind of like, he's built. And he's like a good-looking dude, but they fucked him over with the bowl cut.
With the
like,
bowl cuts.
if he didn't have a bowl cut, he'd be like a fucking good-looking man.
He's also a massive hype beast. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
It's
Hell
crazy.
yeah, sign him up for Gambit.
Yeah, I think he'd be a really good Gambit. That's a really good
Would
call.
would we make Lucas a black superhero or
I am going to say it right now. And
Static Shock? Fuck,
I
let's go.
predict it. 100% predict that he will be Static Shock. There has been a recent insurgence of his like coming into the comics at the moment.
Right.
I 100% believe that they will make a Static Shock. And that it
Fuck
will be
yeah, that would be awesome.
the only other one that I think they'll lean him towards, but it'll be up. At the end of the day, it'll be up to him to decide. Will be a Miles Morales.
Or that, yep.
But he is. The thing is Miles isn't just. He's half black, half Hispanic. I think he's like African American. So, yeah, there's an explanation. So he doesn't need to be a black actor. He could be a mixed actor, and that would be fine. But there's I think he'd be a fucking awesome Static Shock. Plus, you'd get to have the dreads, and then we'll get to hear the cool theme song from the TV show. It's literally just superhero Static Shock, whoop whoop, and that's the end of it.
I used to really like that show.
It's a really good show. It's a really good show. It aged very well as well. Like a lot of those shows kind of didn't age too well, but it did.
Yeah.
I think that'll be cool.
What about Dustin Gayton?
Dustin. That's a good one. I feel like he would need to be another.
Would we make a bad guy?
He could be a bad guy.
I don't know. I can't really think of anything.
I think if he were to be someone, he would have to be someone who. Blob, that's not very nice.
Honestly, like I was thinking something along those lines.
I was thinking, like, in terms of bad guys, I was thinking more along the lines of Toad. But
yeah.
But
because he's got no collarbones, right? Because they have to remind us of that every season.
Yeah, but he, I reckon, if they were going to cast him as something, it would need to be something that they could put him under prosthetics for. So, like, not necessarily Nightcrawler, because I think we've already done the perfect
MODOK. Imagine his voice though coming out of MODOK.
Yeah. There's got to be someone though. I'm trying to think now, like in terms of like the main cast people who know, who you'd know.
The Thing.
He'd be a good The Thing.
He'd have to get jacked.
No, he wouldn't. They'd just chuck him in a suit.
Or just CG him.
Yeah. Although I'm saying that his voice, like, because the thing is, I'm gonna wreck it, but that's Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, I would say it'd have to be someone like that. But it would just depend on what they would want to do with him, you know? I can't really think of anyone for him.
No.
Not because of what he has, just
No,
because I can't think of anyone. Like, I already kind of set my mind on, like, the others.
Well, we'll think about others then. So I'm just going
Yeah.
through. I just googled Stranger Things cast. So next up on the list, or before, we kind of talked about it, but Max.
Yeah, I mean, like, it would be easy to go for Jean Grey,
Yeah.
right?
That's fine. We can go with Jean Grey.
Yeah. I
What
think Millie
about-
Bobby Brown, now that I've kind of thought about it, she'd probably be a good rogue if they grew a hair out.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah.
Steve.
You got to make the boy like the most handsome person in the MCU.
Is he gonna be Cyclops?
He'd definitely be Cyclops, yeah. Also, Cyclops in the comics is a fucking piece of shit. He's such a, just like an actual horrible, horrible person. But you know, that's all good. Yeah, I would say that. That would make sense to me.
Nancy. Are we going with characters that don't currently have an actor?
We could go outside of that as well. That's fine.
Oh, I'm just wondering. Well, I don't have any idea who she might be.
Okay. I think she's an interesting one because she's a like very cool. Is Mojo Jojo? She could be a Mystique.
Ooh, yep.
She could be a Mystique, I think. That would work.
But I think
Black Canary is a good one, but Black Canary is a DC character. Scotty.
What's the fucking equivalent from Spider-Man? What's her name?
Oh, Spider-Gwen.
No. Oh, fuck. That's not who I'm talking about, but that's a good shout. Black Cat? Is it Black Cat?
Yeah, Black Cat. That's a good one. That is
because I think Robin would make a good Mystique.
Robin is the Steve's friend, right?
The Chips Ahoy chick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think she'd be a good Mystique.
Yeah.
Maya Hawke is her real name. Yeah.
Yeah. But Black Cat is a good one. That was weird in the chat.
Yeah, your sub and gifting thing went away for a bit, but it's back now.
And they came back.
So Jonathan, the Michael Jackson looking motherfucker, who would we?
He's Will's brother.
Will's
right?
brother, yeah. You don't think he looks like Michael Jackson?
Well, he's actually in the X-Men, one of the New Mutants.
Yeah, but that's not. That didn't Marvel say try and forget this shit like they did with the fucking what's that other one where Black Bolt was in?
Oh, Eternals. Yeah.
No, not Eternals. The other one.
Oh, Inhumans.
Inhumans, where Marvel's kind of like, never mind this stuff. Let's just forget it existed.
He could play Legion. That's a good. Yeah. Well, I mean,
I don't even know who Legion is. Hold on, Legion.
Old mate with the eyebrows. If you remember him from We're the Millers.
What the fuck is this guy's hair?
I want to see now.
Old mate with the eyebrows? What you talking about?
From We're the Millers. He's going to be the next Guardians movie, and he's Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
And Adam Warlock is the equivalent of Superman in DC. No, in Marvel. So, I mean,
Legion is Charles's son. He's psychic. Okay.
I see. I see.
Why does he have such crazy hair? How you doing, Desmond? Welcome in.
Hey,
Good.
Desmond. Welcome, mate.
I'm good.
Yeah, he's got like Guile here.
Yeah.
Or Paul.
Fuck yeah. Paul.
Yeah.
There's
Guile
so many,
Tekken.
like, I guess there's a few others, but we'll stop with these next two. So, Hop.
Hop would be Beast.
Nice.
Or he could also be Sabretooth, but like the actual like important comic book character, not the movie. You're just
Big,
here for
angry
the
man.
sake of being here. Yeah, that's a good one. And then I'm assuming last one is Winona Ryder's character.
Yeah, Joyce. Storm. Old Storm.
I don't think she could
Maybe
be
not.
Storm because Storm's specifically like an African American character. Like,
Or does she have
that's,
to be
like,
black?
that's an important feature of hers.
Okay.
But I think she could be. I feel like she'd probably be like.
Oh, Jim Hopper is Cable. Fuck.
That would be a good one. That would be a. No, we've already got a Cable, and I think they've cast him well.
But if it's, he can't be Thanos and Cable.
We can.
No, he's cutting out again.
Because he is.
No, I think you're back now.
I froze for a quick
Yeah,
sec. I can
you're
see
right.
my face. I think. What was she?
We talked about Stranger Things, just to let you know, Desmond. We talked about our thoughts on the last two episodes of Stranger Things a bit earlier in the podcast, but overall, we both agreed that this season has been the best.
We won't go into any spoilers about it though.
Some people haven't seen them yet, so we aren't.
Which makes sense because they literally came out last night on our side of things, and it's 3 hours worth of shit.
Apparently, the Netflix website crashed.
To watch it.
Yeah, like it crashed at 7 o'clock our time because so many people were trying to access it.
Jeez, interesting.
The app on our TV was fine, but the website apparently went down for a bit. You're about to watch it in like 10 minutes. Oh, okay, cool.
Nice. Who was? I can't think of anyone for Winona Ryder. Like, cause I'm only thinking of like if we're casting everyone in the kind of same movie, because it seems like we're going
very X-Men here.
Yeah. Winona, like there aren't many like high level female characters outside of like Jean Grey. But if we're casting the kids in those things, then we couldn't.
Yeah, she needs to be like a mentor to someone.
Yeah.
What mentors are there in X-Men? I don't know.
Zenata or whatever her name is. She's a no, she's in she's DC as well. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it is DC. Yep. Zatanna is her name. That's right.
Zendaya is an actor.
She is. She definitely is.
Oh shit.
I can't think of anyone for Winona. She can be a reporter.
I've googled X-Men characters and I'm just scrolling through to see if there's anyone
who screams out.
No, nothing. I don't know.
Madam Web.
She's the new Punisher. Why not?
Yeah, fuck it. Lastly, just while we're on Stranger Things, who's your favorite character in this season?
In this season, Eddie, 100%.
That's a good call. I think he's by far the most charismatic, and he really carries his scenes. very well. But I have a real soft spot for Hop.
Oh yeah, Hop's the man.
Yeah. It's Thanos, and then she would be Lady Death. That's a really good call. Scotty too hotty. Yeah.
Thanus.
Thanos. I thought you said Venus.
Beppis?
Beppis?
Huh?
We're smoking Beppis? I'd say my faves are Hop and Eddie. Yeah.
Thanus. He is inevitable.
Did you know? This is topical. Did you know that the first instance of life that you have been created from, so
Jesus.
sperm meet egg,
Fuck's
then
sake.
you start growing inside of your
Test tube.
mother's stomach, and the first thing that is created from the cells that create you is
My anus. There we go.
it's your asshole.
Yep.
So at any given point in your entire life, you were at one point just an asshole.
I don't know if this is true, but I'm going to take your word for it.
Yeah, it is what it is. Look, you can
I just want to. I want to make a statement to the chat and anyone else who might be listening to this when I put it on YouTube. Don't listen to anything Marcus says.
Why not?
Don't believe what he says. Okay? You take everything he says with a cup of salt.
Not even a grain of it, just a cup.
You laugh and agree, and then later on you Google it to see if he was telling
to see if he was telling the truth. Look, if I'm good at anything, I'm good at lying. And it's easy.
Hey, I won that biggest snake award, motherfucker.
Yeah, true.
Where's my little trophy? I don't know where
I've got my little trophy right here.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna find mine.
No, this trophy is for podcast of the year 2022. So my other one must be at the trophy cleaners getting cleaned.
Oh, it's so heavy. It weighs a ton. It's the biggest trophy you've ever seen in your life. Hold on. Oh, fucking. Look at the size of it.
Holy shit.
Fuck.
I didn't realize how big it was.
Oh, my. Oh, it's getting bigger. Fuck. Keep that on my desk.
We're funny, eh? Hey, should I open up
yeah, go on.
Bad boys.
We'll do that.
It's the front. Oh, there's the front. So one of the best things about this particular pack is that in terms of the rarities and everything like that, one of them, the one up on this side here, it's a minion.
Oh sweet Jesus.
Right. Why I have no reason to lie about something like that.
When we abort a baby, we aren't aborting a heart, but an asshole. Jesus Christ. Oh no. I shouldn't have said that out loud.
Let's get it.
Let's get the shit. Let's get the shit. Let's
top of the morning. Okay, so I've opened the box and it gives you these two things. This will show you what one you've got, and this is the actual thing itself.
Alright, so we're opening the thing itself. And then it's a spoiler for the other pack.
Cool. So I'm hoping for something fun. Oh, cool.
Is it like chrome? That looks cool as.
Yeah, little robot boy. I'm not going to take it out of the plastic because I'm a sneeze.
A sneeze, yeah.
That's a really cool one. Let's see what the rear.
Wait, so what are you doing with it?
Putting it back in its box. No, I'll open it and chuck it in somewhere fun. That one is an 8.33% drop.
Damn.
Yeah, pretty fun stuff. I'll show you my. So I bought way back. This is a full box.
I've always wondered what that was on your shelf.
And I'll give you a quick rundown of each of them once I'm
once I open it. But that one I bought specifically the big box because it had Homelander and Butcher
Okay.
as characters. And then I accidentally, when I say accidentally, I mean I just out of pure luck pulled one that was like a 0.02% pull, and it was like $300.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you're grinding, baby.
We're a gambling stream now.
Yes. Chuck slots on the thing.
Yeah, I'll change the category real quick.
Yeah. All right. Now this could just be a standard rare, or it could be a. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this one here, it's one of the more real ones at 5.2%. But I believe it's just like NBA teams,
Oh, yep.
logos and stuff like that. It is impressive that I didn't pull a it's impressive I didn't pull a standard. So some of the, well, not some, the packs have like a blank slate beer,
Okay.
where it's just like a color, and that's it. But
Nice.
yeah, so there you go. A little bit of unboxing for you. While we waited for Scott to tell everyone that I was right. You know?
I can't believe it. Oh my god. Well, I mean, we've hit 2 hours now as well, so that's
kind of lines itself up quite
probably
nicely,
a good
doesn't
point
it?
to wrap things up.
Yeah. Hey, what do you? Should we do a rating of Stranger Things, since that's been like the big kind of?
What is our rating scale?
Okay, for specifically for season 4.
Yes, for season 4.
Cool. All right. Are we doing tiers? Is it going to be like a tier list thing?
Yeah, this is a 2 hour talking before we actually start playing games. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the intro to the stream. But we're about to jump into some old school RuneScape. If you want to stick around.
Osiris, baby.
Yeah, last time we gave you gave Dark Souls 1 A minus.
An A-, yeah. So it was like an A tier. Hello, dog.
Yeah, because we're doing like, you know, like a S tier bit of content.
Yeah.
Because the podcast name and our brand is bit of content.
Yes. No, just trying to get in there just a little bit.
Yeah.
So Stranger Things, S tier outright is the flat, like it couldn't have been better.
The best.
And then, you know, progressively lower, ending on E tier, which is E for
Yep.
So I know it's gonna do thumbs up in the Thanus. I'm going to give it a plus. Yeah. I think it could have it S if what they had applied was what we had talked about with Eddie. I think they could have held on to him for a lot longer.
Wait.
In terms of making him a cooler character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
His
team?
character development took a plummet towards the end.
Yes. And that is why I would say it is a plus.
Okay.
Tier. What do you reckon?
I would give, so in my opinion, Stranger Things season 4 is an A tier bit of content.
Look, I can move down.
You don't have to move down. You don't have. We can have separate ratings.
I think for us to be a conjoined team, a unit, we need to make sacrifices. I'm happy to move down to A tier.
Okay.
But give your reason.
Well, I won't, because I won't say too much. I won't spoil anything. But what we talked about earlier, where to their own detriment, Netflix and the Duffer Brothers and the internet hyped up things that were supposedly going to happen with these last 2 episodes that didn't really happen. And they don't have, I'll say this, it's not much of a spoiler. No, it is. I won't say anything. But they've done the same sort of... Scott, where are you, if you're still there, where are you up to in Stranger Things at the moment? Like, have you not have you just not watched these latest 2 episodes, or if he's there? Just so I can gauge how much I should be talking about. He probably can't type because he's got his thumbs up as Thanus.
Yeah, true.
Haven't started the new... Okay, so you just haven't seen the last 2. Okay. So for season 2, it was... What's his name? Fucking... Joyce's partner. The guy from Bob.
Bobby?
Yeah. So Bob was a really cool character. Like, he was cool, he was interesting, and then he died. Season 3, it was Max's brother, where you kind of hated him, but you saw character development along the way, and there was the beginnings of like a redemption arc for him, and then he died. And Stranger Things has sort of gotten into this pattern of like killing people that haven't finished their story arcs.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of annoys me. But tier bit of content. There were some issues that I had, but overall it was great. I thoroughly enjoyed the fact that the last episode was 2.5 hours long. Like, I think it did. The pacing was fine. Like, I managed, not even me, Megan managed to sit there for 2.5 hours and watch the whole thing, which is fucking...
I couldn't see a point during that episode where they could split it into a second episode, like a third episode, you know?
Did you see, did you see before it came out that people were complaining about, like, they were like, why is it 2.5 hours long? It's like a fucking movie. And then one of the Duffer Brothers just was like, just pause it.
Yeah, yeah.
If you don't have to watch it all in one go. Like,
yeah. I think you have hit the nail on the head with your explanations as to why they follow a trend, you know, that sort of thing. I would have liked to have seen more, how do I word this? More... No, I can't really even say anything without spoiling something. I just wanted more fear for the main characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I felt like throughout that just in general, the entire series, it always seems like everyone gets saved, you know?
Yeah, it's like a classic good guys getting shit done sort of thing.
Yeah.
You never feel true worry for main characters, which is annoying. But
yeah,
it is what it is at the end of the day. It's a TV show. I still give it an A because it was very entertaining from beginning to end. It was a very entertaining season. And I would recommend watching it if you haven't.
Yes.
But yeah.
We should do like a recommend thing at the end of this as well.
Okay. What's your... We can't do Stranger Things. We've already talked about it.
No, we've already
talked about
it.
Something else that we haven't talked about. It could be anything. Fucking food, a TV show, a movie, a fucking pair of pants. I don't know. What's your recommendation for episode 2?
I recommend... hold on, give me a sec. I recommend, if you haven't listened to any... If you're even remotely interested in Dungeons and Dragons, because it kind of ties into the Stranger Things thing, I guess, there is a podcast called Dungeons and Daddies, and it is fantastic. It has no semblance of actually playing Dungeons and Dragons. All of the people who play together are writers, particularly writers for Borderlands. So, you know, couple of memes will hit here and there, but their newest season is fantastic, and Freddie Wong is one of the main characters, and he is epic and very funny and very creative and cool. So if you don't like any of the others, I'm sure you'll like him.
He plays a character called Taylor Swift. So yeah, Dungeons and Daddies on Spotify or wherever else you'd listen to your podcast. That's my recommendation.
Nice. My recommendation for this episode would be, so I don't know how many of them there are, but there's a place nearby where I live called Mighty Hot Dog. And last night on the way home, Megan asked if I could get some Mighty Hot Dog on the way home, and fuck, that shit slaps. So it's like Korean hot dogs. If anyone knows what Korean hot dogs are like, but
they're kind of like battered, right? But they have like,
but there's like, there's like different stuff you can get. You can get like little bits of potato in it, some kumara. Cool. There's like, fuck. So they were really good, and then I got a dessert one that we split. Like there's a chocolate one.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. So
all right.
Literally one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life.
Fucking hell. All right.
I think it's a Moro bar.
Yep, that makes sense because deep fried Moro bars are an S tier.
I've had a deep fried Moro bar before from like a fish and chip place, and this is like a whole nother fucking level.
Well, those are fucking mean, so I could only imagine what that one's like.
Man, got the night kumara sprinkled with sugar. Yeah, and you can get like sugar on top. I didn't get but Epsilon brings up a good point. It is fucking expensive. It's not cheap, but I was like, it's Friday. I'm on the way home. I may as well get us takeaways or something, and that's what we wanted. But yeah, they have like a normal one, which is it's either a Moro or a Mars bar that they deep fry, and it's literally the best thing, one of the best things I've ever eaten. But then I didn't know it was a Moro bar because on the menu it's just like chocolate Mighty Dog, and then the other one was like a nutty chocolate Mighty Dog, and then
don't want that one.
Fucking. The other thing, if you go to Mighty Hot Dog, every time someone walks in, everyone cooking will turn to you and say, hello! And when you've got your order and you leave, again, they all turn to you and they go, have a mighty day! Like, every time someone left, I was losing my shit. And they do it every time without fail. When someone grabs their food and leaves, it's have a mighty day, and like it's fucking great. Oh,
I like that.
But that's my recommendation is Mighty Hot Dog. It's probably limited to people in Auckland. I don't know how many of them there are. If not, if you're from outside of Auckland or New Zealand, just look for Korean hot dogs because fuck, they're good.
Do you know if it's only out in your general area?
I'm having a look now to see if there's one up your way, but
I don't think I've heard any in about it in my area. I know that a couple of guys at work who are out your way also had talked about it, so must be kind of limited to that space.
The nearest there is one in town. It looks like.
Oh, in the city.
In the city, yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. Maybe we'll have a look at that. Do like a hot dog. What do you prefer, hot dog or like a corn dog style?
When you say hot dog, do you mean like in a bun?
In a bun, yeah.
Corn dog style.
Corn dog style? Hell yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Because it's like the bread is on the outside for
and like with hot dogs, there's so much bread, you know?
Yeah. You're
unless you get a fucking girthy sausage.
Sausage. Couldn't be us. Not us.
No. I don't even know what that could look like.
I would say easily like.
They don't.
Being like 3 or 4 inches.
So apparently the one in town don't do the hello and goodbye thing. That's fucking bullshit.
Then I'm not going.
I thought it was on brand for all of them. Well, the one out my way, out east, I'm not going to name suburbs just in case, but in East Auckland.
Dox yourself.
It's ages away. I live so far away from it. I drove all the way across Auckland to get there, so I definitely don't live in East Auckland. But yeah, every time you walk in.
If you did.
Hello! But yeah, so our recommendations are from Marcus, Dungeons and Daddies, the podcast. I've heard of that before. My sister and that side of things, they all listen to it as well. And my recommendation for this podcast is food. So Mighty Hot Dog / Korean hot dogs.
Nice.
They slap.
Hell yeah. Look at that. I like the recommendation thing because those were two polar opposite sides of the spectrum for like stuff that we're enjoying at the moment. Awesome. Well, I reckon that fucking wraps it up, eh?
Yep. I'm going to start our little music for you guys. But yeah, thank you for hanging out. I will be, if you haven't already, welcome to the end of the podcast. Yeah. I'm going to be putting it on, so we've got a YouTube channel. I don't have the link. Yes, I do. I've got the link somewhere. Hold on.
I was literally just on it, so I should.
Too slow. There it is.
Easy. Well, I'll chuck up the bloody TikTok then.
There is, we've been going for 2 hours in a bit. I ideally don't want to go too much. We don't want to go too much over 2 hours because it's like a bit long to listen to people talking.
Yeah.
But that link that I've just posted is our YouTube channel where you can also find episode 1. There's our TikTok, and I'm sure you're going to post the Instagram maybe as well.
So the TikTok has nothing on it currently.
Yeah.
Just because we haven't got around to getting any clips with stuff. But that'll probably change because I'm sure I've said some stupid things and you've reacted in a funny way. So
I also
stuff posted shortly.
You should do it as well, but I also like the idea of us doing like 15-second reviews of games and movies and stuff or whatever.
Yeah, cool.
If you wanted to do that
specifically for our TikTok?
For that TikTok, yeah.
Yeah, sick, I can do that.
But yeah, follow the socials if you haven't already. This will be up there. For some reason, 2 hour, who would have thought 2 hour videos take a long time for fucking YouTube to process, so.
Everyone's showing up.
Why are you showing up at the end, guys?
Yeah, you Manuses.
What are you doing? You busy living lives or some shit? What the fuck?
It's like you've got stuff outside of our content that we're creating for you. Crazy.
Oh shit, you subscribed. And you subscribed.
I do what I want.
Are you streaming at all this weekend, Marcus?
It will depend on how I'm feeling tomorrow.
Right.
I'm going to see a friend who is going to Canada, so I will probably he's out east, so it's like $60 round trip Uber to get out there, so we'll see. If I don't, then I will stream tomorrow. If not, I'm definitely going to be streaming on Monday, and I'll be streaming earlier than normal, so I'll probably try knock out a 5 hour one, or
cool,
who knows.
All right. Nice.
What about yourself?
So Megan is staying at her sister's house tonight, so I may stream later today, maybe. Haven't decided yet. But tomorrow, probably not. We've got some stuff on, so I will 100% be back on Tuesday. There is a chance I might stream later on today, but we'll see. But outside of both of us, everyone in chat right now, if you are not already following Mr. Buttons and Brews or Scott himself, he is doing a 24-hour stream tomorrow for us, I believe.
Yes.
So if you can, check him out, give him some support. I think I looked it up, and he's planning on starting at around 9 a.m. our time, which is when it kicks off. So go say hi to Scott.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Even if he's
Why did I just write at Buttons and Bruce? That's not what I wanted to do.
Why not? Even if it's just to say, hey, we were sent here by Marcus and Vak. I will have you on in the background and may interact or may not. But it's a fucking feat that can attest to that. I, however, cannot because I refuse. I'm not going to ever do a 24-hour stream.
Don't say ever. Don't say never ever.
But yeah,
We'll do double shift. I'll do 12, you do 12.
Look at that. There we go. Easy peasy.
Shout out to all of you. Most
Yeah,
of the
shouts
people in
out
here
to the
stream, so
fucking-
just go follow each other, you weird cunts.
You guys.
Sorry, that
are
was offensive. That
epic-
was aggressive.
You guys are all epic gamers, so just fucking run with it. You know, do what you got to do. Click on each other's profiles. Have a look.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Have
Okay.
a fucking good look. But yeah, we if I
You
don't
can
stream
literally
tomorrow-
do it by clicking on someone's name and then clicking follow. So just do that now, all of you.
Yeah.
If you want me to be more direct about it,
You
everyone
mouses.
click on everyone else and click follow. Okay? Fuck. You don't stream? Yeah, you do. Every now and then.
on the odd occasion. I've seen you stream. But yeah, that's fucking funny stuff. Yeah, go be nice to Scott. Go actually fucking go give him a follow now if you don't eat shit.